What is going on YouTube? Hit it back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Chainlink, as well as the S&P 500. As you guys know, we do a different cryptocurrency here on the channel every single week with your guys' help. And on that note, we are still doing our crypto coin display giveaway, as you can see here. All you have to do to enter to win one of these bad boys right here is just comment two things down below. Comment subscribed as well as your favorite cryptocurrency, and that's it. That's all you have to do. I will be checking to see if you are subscribed, and if you haven't subscribed, then you won't be winning one of these. So those are the only two things you guys have to do. More importantly, what we're going to be looking at in today's video unfortunately has to do with the resistance levels that we've been retesting within the crypto space. XRP has been trying to break through $1 for quite some time now, and we've had quite a bit of trouble doing so, as well as looking at like Ethereum, which is hitting resistances, Bitcoin, as well as Chainlink also hitting resistances as of yesterday. We did find some sort of downtrend on the coin that we were using as a means of a resistance level, and it did pretty much exactly what we thought. Now, I'm really not too worried across the board. I do still believe that we're probably going to still swing back up. It is still going to take a little bit longer than we had anticipated, but I do think in the next couple of days, if not a week or two, we should be able to swing and come back up to Bitcoin being $48,000. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Remember to join us over at Discord. It is a completely free group, over 1,400 active members, and remember, it's where we talk about crypto. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. Alright guys, as you can see, today's video, markets are down. Top 10 cryptocurrencies, everything is down. We've fallen about 10%, which is actually pretty wild. Every cryptocurrency across the board is currently reversing downwards, except for Theta Fuel, which is interesting. But most of these cryptocurrencies are reversing lower. We're at 1.56 trillion. We didn't really lose that much in market cap. I'm not too worried across the board. But we are starting to hit these resistance levels and pull back down lower. Now, it was kind of expected. We did draw out some very firm resistance levels across the board that we have to go over again, mainly to look forward into things. You can see, we'll just pull up Bityard right here. This is what we've been using to basically track our movements and progress, buy and long, sell short, and just basically capitalize off the runs in the crypto space. Now you can see kind of where we're hitting resistances on the 5 and 10 day moving average. It was kind of becoming problematic, and we are starting to reverse lower. The same thing applies on XRP right here, as XRP is battling out with its 5 and 10 day moving averages. We're looking for us to break back up to about in between the 20 and 40 day moving average in the next couple of days, but we are currently reversing downwards. Now, it's really nothing to panic about that much. Granted, we did see a pretty big rally to the upside. Yes, although we did see the big reversal on crypto, we did rally back up about 50 at a high 65%. I mean, this is still a very big run for XRP. Now, what we discussed yesterday very in-depth is that we were retesting resistance levels, and we do have a price ceiling that we need to break in order for us to be buying back in long. Now, obviously, we can consider shorting the markets right now, and yes, it is still a possibility, but I'm not going to just dive into that right now, as I do think it is still very volatile and kind of risky, more risky than I would recommend as a conservative trader. And really, ultimately, it's the same thing that applies as of yesterday as to what applies for today. We're currently using this resistance level right here, $1 on XRP. That has become a very big icon figure within the crypto space and the XRP community. As we know, $1 represents that we've finally broken back up, and it represents a huge milestone, getting out of the pennies and the cents in XRP and becoming a dollar token, which is just really what a lot of people look for in a lot of different cryptocurrencies. So there's definitely a big sell wall, at $1. I would show you that. It's harder to, we'd have to find, an exchange that actually offers that, but regardless, it actually might even be on Bityard right here. If we can pull up a sell wall, it doesn't look too bad actually, but we can then find XRP. Where is it? XRP is right here. We're looking at $1. I mean, it's probably really high up. Let's see where the sell wall is. $1.86. This is there. It won't let me scale it out anymore, but yeah, I can almost imagine that there's a pretty darn big sell wall right here. You can see where that resistance levels are that it's retesting and correcting lower. Not too worried though across the board. I don't think we're in a bad position right now, but yes, like I've said, the only time we're going to be longing XRP is if we can conservatively break $1 and we can close maybe at $1.03. If we manage to do that, then the prices act. The daily candle closes above that level. We should be able to leverage it back up to resistance, which is, it seems to be right at around $1.28. If we do that, we leverage it all the way up with a long position, we sell off here, and then we get ready to short the market to the downside. As you guys know, there's still lower high formation forming on pretty much all the cryptocurrencies right now as a whole, and ultimately what we're looking for is another retest of this downtrend to almost reassure us that we're still in a bear market, but it gives us just a little bit of room to capitalize off the run to the upside. So I'm not too worried across the board for XRP specifically. We don't look too bad. Yes, we're still kind of just trending outwards, but hopefully we can get enough volume back into XRP, which would allow us to breach the resistance level of $1. That would pretty much be the best case scenario for XRP. If we don't do that, then I'm not buying in, because right now markets can really just consolidate in between here. We could break lower and, it would just be too risky to be buying into. But if we know conservatively that we can close a daily above $1, then we could ultimately assume that we're probably going to swing back up, retest either top resistance there or this resistance here. Ultimately, it's not $1.28. It's not that number that we're looking for specifically. It's really just this level right here. If we had broken yesterday or 2 days ago, yeah, we probably could have reached up to $1.28. But the fact that we're taking a little bit longer, stalling this pattern out, it might be a breach that swings us up to maybe $1.20. That could easily be, the case. But if we break through there, it's about, let's see, at $1.03, it's about a 20% jump. So it's still definitely worthwhile to be waiting for that specific movement. And when that happens, then we'll buy in for a long. Now, it doesn't just apply to XRP that we're looking for. Yes, this stagnant consolidation motion has pretty much just let everybody kind of fall off on the channel, as well as just the market as a whole. I'm watching it, but you can see people are losing faith and they're pulling their money out. I mean, I use my channel not only for references in regards to crypto, but I use it in references in regards to the entire market as a whole. As you guys know, we have, a fairly large channel here in the crypto community, and I try to be as transparent as possible. And as you guys know, I'm okay with sharing whatever information you guys want to hear. So ultimately what I use is I do use my views as a means of, understanding how much thrill is within and hype is within the crypto space. As you guys know, we've been landing, some triple or double digit views the past couple of weeks. We've even had views all the way up to 40,000, views, which is insane right here. 39K, 38K, 34K. We've been doing extremely well the past few weeks in the channel. And it's really only been, maybe a month at a whole or 2 months at a whole. But ultimately what I'm starting to notice is views are starting to dip down, subside a little bit. As you guys can see, maybe a week ago, we were landing, 26, 13, 22, ignore these are sponsored videos, 13, 38, 25, 14. Now notice this week, we're getting, we had 21, 16, 12, 7, 12, 8, 7. So notice views are starting to dip a little bit. Usually what that corresponds to and translates to is people are leaving crypto. They're losing interest in crypto. They're not ready yet. People are very interested, and it's unfortunate to get involved into cryptocurrency when markets are pumping. As we know, when markets are exploding to the upside, that's when people are interested to learn how high we can go. Unfortunately, not that many people still to this day, except you guys on the channel, understand what shorting the market is, capitalizing off of a dying market. We can still do that. We have that privilege of capitalizing off dips to the downside. So a lot of people using Robinhood and apps like that maybe don't understand how to use that technology, and ultimately they'll just sell their position and leave the space. And it seems like that's what people are doing. So we are losing some volume here, not only on the channel, but in the crypto space as a whole, because normally my views represent the volume that we're seeing across the board. When volume in crypto and Bitcoin dip, so does the views and the viewerships on my channel. So I'm using that as a leverage point and a way for us to basically analyze the market and understand what exactly is happening. So with that being said, when these views start dipping, that ultimately means that markets are starting to reverse lower and markets are starting to lose interest. People are starting to lose interest in crypto. So obviously another big pump to the upside would spark another, run and, get people back and invested into the markets. Obviously, we're still going to land on a pretty high note compared to 2020 or 2017. We're definitely much higher up, and there's a much bigger community now invested invested in crypto. But we do have to just keep our eyes open because there could be a very big short to the downside coming. People are definitely starting to reverse their positions and sell off. Now, as for Ethereum, Ethereum did just retest its bottom support at $2,000, and we did swing right back up here. Notice what I've talked about in the past, that we were going to be using this sort of ascending fractal as a means of our support. Anything above or below it would be FUD or FOMO. We know anything above would be FOMO, which is all of this. Anything trading below it would be FUD. So notice that anytime we decided to break through this resistance here, this was all just FOMO, people fearing of missing out on the NFTs, DeFi, CeFi, whatever it is, and that ultimately allowed the prices of Ethereum to explode to the upside. Since then, we've been reversing lower. We look good. We found some sort of stable support at the moving average right here, but we still have to consider. I do not trade inside of these ascending fractals. It just doesn't make sense. We kind of allow it to I call it pinball off these. It's much easier to, basically lower your risk by investing when we hit reversal points. And obviously anytime at resistance or supports is considered a reversal point to me. And that would be a signal enough to buy into to long it to the upside. So that's really what I'm waiting for right now. Those key movements and those key breakout points. So I'm not going to trade inside of here. It just doesn't seem like a smart idea at all. But if we come back and hit bottom support, I'll buy in for a long, and vice versa. If we hit top resistance, I'll buy in for a short. Otherwise, moving into Bitcoin, we'll look at the other cryptos. Bitcoin is hitting a big barrier at 40K as well. So not only do we have XRP at $1 having issues at resistance, we have Bitcoin at 40K at hitting a resistance on Bitcoin. So we do know that if at any point we decide to break through 40K support, we'll probably swing all the way up to our $48,000 price target that we're looking for, if not even higher, up to 52,053. We're still creating these higher low formations. This is not good, but I don't think we're out of the woodworks yet. I do think we do need a little bit more volume to swing us back up. I'd be very shocked. If at any point, we definitely know that at any point we will come back up to retest the moving average. It is guaranteed that we do and will reverse back up to here. We're currently undervalued. We're starting to see a slight bullish cross on the MACD, which is a good sign. Same thing with us being fairly low on this downtrend on the relative strength indicator. I do still believe that we'll have enough volume to get us back up to 48. That's kind of where we're going to long our position to for the next couple of days. Obviously, I don't like I said, to trade inside these channels here, so I'll wait to see resistance being broken or support being broken before I make another trade. But ultimately, that's where my head at. But this does not look good, guys, in the slightest bit. We are starting to reverse back down, and this is not something we want to stay invested in, especially to the long term. So you can even see that we are starting to see our uptrend come back. Notice this. Very interesting pattern now that we're scaling ourselves outwards. I kind of want to show you guys this. Now, check this out. I'm going to remove maybe my old support levels. I don't really need these. Not as important as right now. And you can kind of see what I'm referring to. Notice now where our uptrend relies. Now, see, back when we first started this rally to the upside, we were using the support level right here, October 20th of 2020. We started the uptrend, and then we kind of just scaled upwards. But notice we're coming right back down to here. We're using this as a means of support. So very interesting. Let's see if we manage to hold that. There's a good chance we will. Maybe this will allow us to swing back up. There's a few things we have in play here. There's a big symmetrical triangle now forming. We do have our uptrend. We are hitting bottom support, and we are starting to scale back up. So we'll see. Maybe we'll play out in here, but I do think ultimately we will come back up to above 40,000, and I do think we will be breaking that $40,000 resistance level in regards to still creating a lower high formation. So we could easily be creating these movements. Let's say we do something like this. Boom, 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 something like that. And then obviously if we can break through a prior lower high, we'll know that we're switching bullish. We break bearish. Markets, you get the point. And then lastly, Chainlink. Another issue and problem. I actually sold off quite a bit of my Chainlink that I had right at this resistance level right here. It was just too much risk. As we discussed, not only was XRP seeing the dollar resistance level, we had Bitcoin seeing the 40K resistance level. Chainlink was seeing a big problem zone at $35. We knew that at $35, not only was it retesting its moving average, it had a massive uptrend that would not be able to get broken. I mean, granted, we wanted it to, and we've all been hoping that it would break through this and get back inside here so we can just trend higher. But it seems like the rest of the market is not going to allow Chainlink to do so just yet. So ultimately, the second we can get above this resistance, would I buy in long? Right now, I'm trying to just recover my losses. At one point when we were down here, when I bought in up here, my 8K looked like 3 grand. I sold off, the markets looked like 7K. So with the $1,000 loss that I took, I'm satisfied. I'm okay. I just wanted to get out because having money in the game for a really long time that I'm using to trade, especially not something that I'm just using as an investment piece. What I had invested into Chainlink at the time was not an investment. Granted, some people could, figure that, but it was just money I was using to move money into other accounts, not something that I just wanted to sit. Money that I have sitting is, sheltered off the, computer, completely gone. But stuff like that I'm moving around just doesn't need to be, sitting there just driving me nuts, making me watch the market 24/7. You guys have to consider that. Otherwise, the S&P 500, like I said, we're still forming a very interesting double bottom formation. We're consolidating right now. Prices have moved up quite substantially, but we are starting to get back upwards. There is resistances we are retesting. I do think we'll have a bullish cross soon, and I do think markets will recover and swing back to the upside. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. If you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.